me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Alright, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight, it's the East Coast Web Printers Gen 6 series here from Nashville Fairgrounds. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Baron Labosco. Baron, we are at the Nashville Fairgrounds. I guess we don't say a short track?
Well, Dean, it's classified as a short track, but this is definitely the soup that eats like a meal out here. And guys out here will lull themselves into thinking it's a short track. But, Dean, it's got big track characteristics, doesn't it?
Well, it does. There's no doubt. And it's got short track characteristics as well. So it's a little bit of a combo track. It's very interesting. Gen 6 cars, I don't know if they really race here, or if it's really their kind of track. It's going to be interesting, Baron, to see how the cars react to the track, and more so how these drivers deal with this different powered vehicle here at this track.
Agreed, and this track's got some banking on it, so we know it can handle the horsepower. Some nice long straightaways, we can get the horsepower down to it. Entry and exit, right? We talk about that all the time with these cars because they're overpowered, hustle machines. These guys are going to have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, they certainly are. There's little to no doubt about that. They are in for something tonight. It's going to be difficult, close quarters racing. And I don't know. I don't know how they're going to fare out there, Barrett.
Well, if I know these drivers, they're going to have something sorted out before it's all said and done. Look for the natural heads of state to come up top to the front of the field. Bryce Reiner is a name you want to pick out of the lineup. We saw Darren Bruce in practice putting together some solid laps. Other names out there that we can look to see to the front, of course, we go through your points leader, Bryce Reiner, Jason Jackson, not in the field as of yet.
Yeah, Jason Jackson. I'm not sure if he's going to be out here tonight or not. We got Lance Ripka, George Leal, Walker the second on the top five, Bruce, Tony Ratliff, Gilly, Corey Leal, Jason Spear, your top 10 in points, but Bryce Reiner, a guy, each and every week, Baron, tough to beat.
Very tough to beat, and already setting fast lap in warm-ups, so, Bryce Reiner really having a nice season so far. Looks like he's got designs to be the points champion if somebody doesn't come up and try to knock him off that pedestal.
Yeah, he definitely has designs on that, and that car bouncing around, Baron. Let's go on board with Reiner here right quick. Well, he's going to pull it in. We'll try Fleming here. And you can see sparks even coming up over the dash there momentarily.
Yeah, bouncy track. We like to call it a bumpy ride, right? And guys are hunting around for a smooth surface. You'll see them up top a little bit here, try to even out those bumps, keep those tires in contact with the asphalt here, Dean. But the low line's a fast way. If you can manage it, if your car's ready to do it, stay down there.
My goodness, I get a little seasick there, Baron. It is going to be a difficult ride, and you see there Fleming into the tires there on entrance. So there is more than one obstacle here tonight.
Yeah, lots of obstacles, lots of bumps. Hope you got your mouth guard in, Dean, because this one will shake your fillings loose.
Well, I know one person who doesn't wear a mouth guard, and that is the beautiful Alicia Shipman, as we ask you to rise up for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. or the hands of the free, and the home of the brave.
I love it, Dean. Every time you do that, man, it makes my night. Thank you so much, and thank you, Alicia.
Well, God bless America, and God bless RGR. We're ready to go racing here, Baron.
Dean, I can't wait. How does this starting lineup look for you?
Well, we're about to show you right now. It is the aforementioned Bryce Reiner on the point with a time of 18.428. Lance Buckshot Ripka will start on the outside of row number 1. Row 2 will feature Tony Ratliff and Todd the Toad Man Gilly. Row 3 got Darren Bruce and Paul Travis. Row 4, Fleming and Hamill. Walker and Brantley round out your top 10. And then it is Spear and Jackson. So Jackson is out here, and you can have a look for your favorite other driver out there. I assure you, number 16 hole, I am not driving tonight.
Going to be a great race tonight, Dean. This is a bumpy track. Take it easy on these cold tires. Sort yourself out, and we're going to do 200 laps of racing here, aren't we?
We certainly are. 200 laps of action, ready to get rolling as the pace car is off the track and the green flag is waving. Start here by Reiner and everybody nice and clean. Toadman under heat there. That's Claus Williams, I think. It's a 6 machine, actually. That's Tony Ratliff. He's switched it up on me, Baron.
He's changed it up a little bit, Dean. Got us all sideways tonight. Fast race car, though.
Yeah, and he's still got the Rifleman representing there with the Colt on the back now. Oh, no, and around he goes! The Rifleman! Fleming gets into him. Spear gets a lick out of it. Oh, boy. Fleming heavily damaged.
Oopsie.
Here he is, the Rifleman in the 6, down low behind him. Wow, nothing
Just
going
loses
on.
it.
Just lost control of that machine all by himself. Heavy damage on a couple of vehicles. And we
Saw some cars already loose out there, Dean. He wasn't the only one.
Yeah, and we were talking about it, right? The way this splitter's jamming into that track, the way this, these bumpy track like this, it's going to unsettle these machines here tonight, Baron.
Yeah, it sure will, Dean, and I hate it for these guys because, it's just going to be a handful all night long.
It really is. I mean, this is going to be a war of attrition out here, not just from wrecks, but who can actually ride these many laps? Believe it or not, folks, you're sitting at home in a chair. Okay, that's not as hard as in a race car, but I assure you, there will be people sweating. There will be sore arms and wrists here tonight.
Certainly will, Dean, and short tracks will do that. Road tracks do the same thing.
They do. I mean, it's just a very demanding style of racing. And I'm telling you, I don't know who I'm going to pick. I might go for a young fella here tonight, Baron.
Yeah, we get some of the young guns up here, young and fit and know where the gym is.
Yeah, it could be a drinker also. They don't feel much pain. There's no doubt.
Dean, we know where the bar is. We don't feel much pain after that either.
Well, thankfully for us up here in the booth, we never feel too much pain, do we, Baron?
That's not true, Dean. Words hurt.
Words do hurt, and we have hurt each other many times.
I love you, man.
I love you too, man. We look in on the Toad Man, Todd Gilly there. Of course, rocking that Kailu glass machine.
Puff Puff Pass with Kailu glass.
That's it. Right on the outside of our East Coast web printers machine of Paul Travis Sr.
Good to see that 88 up front.
Yeah, 88's been good. I mean, it's getting in position versus finishing, Baron, and maybe tonight's the night. Reiner will lead him back one more time.
Green, green, green.
Green down and away. Another good start there by Reiner. Ripka doing a nice job on the high side of getting out in front of second place. He'll cycle in behind Reiner if he wants it.
So where do you like to be at this track, Dean? Do you run the bottom or the top?
Always the bottom. Virtually any short track, the bottom's where you're going to find me. It's easier on the car. It's easier on me. Riding the high side, it takes a little more finesse and a lot more out of your car, Baron.
Yeah, it sure will.
Good racing through here. Up front, Reiner doing a good job. Ripka not letting them get away. Everybody's gotten her out in single file here. Spear still in the garage, so Spear, Fleming, Tony Ratliff, Jason Hastings, Tom Lester, George Leal, not on the track.
We saw a shot of Rachel Hunt just kind of lollygagging back in the field. Is that by design, Dean?
It is totally by design. I think Rachel feels like there is going to be some wrecks, and twofold, right? She's going to save her stuff, and she figures there'll be wrecks, and she's just going to play possum here for perhaps 100 laps or so.
Smart driving. That's a veteran driver right there. I like what she's doing.
Absolutely. Jackson already moving through the field, so we didn't see him, but he was out here, Baron. The 86 got to do something about Reiner's point lead. Currently up 5 spots already. Right behind him, Greg Ratliff picked up 6 early on.
So we got a lot of movement in the field, and I love it, Dean, because these guys are going to need to make up points on that Bryce Reiner machine, and every position is going to count.
Yeah, we ride on board here. You can see up ahead, Bruce up high. Wow, Hamill just lost a little bit on the line there, and that put Jackson underneath him. So
Look how fast those hands are moving. We're in cockpit now with Greg Ratliff. I mean, that is not a steady machine at all. Look at those hands dancing.
Look at the sparks in front of them, Baron. I mean, that splitter is just slamming the track left and right. I mean, even down the straightaway, they're sparking a little bit. So these things are a major handful out here.
Well, you can just tell by the hand speed in that wheel right there, Dean. I mean, that view right there tells you everything about how that car's moving around.
No doubt about it. And like I said, you know, these wheels, they have so much force in them here at home. They have an emergency stop button on it. If you put your hand in the middle of that thing and crash it into the wall, it will break your arm. This is no joke here. These guys are under some serious load here at home.
Got to do your curls, got to do your shoulder overheads, right? Your bench press, got to get all in there, Dean.
What are those things? Are those drinking techniques, Barry?
They can be. There are actual drinks named after them either, too, right?
I've never heard of them before. Very interesting.
Well, kind of exercise-ish.
So Paul K right in here putting heat on. So the top 3 starting to walk away a little bit. Behind them, Bruce and Jackson, 4th and 5th. And then it's Ratliff, who's up 8 and coming to the front.
Almost 20 laps completed here at Nashville Fairgrounds of this 200-lap event. Dean, we've got 3 cars out in front. What makes them so special?
Well, I really don't know, but I'm going to guess. I mean, a track like this, Baron, it's about consistency, right? You can't do anything about the variables, the bumping, the sparking, and all of that. All you can do is get down there and lap after lap, rotate that thing down on that yellow line, and you can see Reiner's right down there.
And that's by design. He is just keeping that car right on the bottom. To your point, Dean, manage your stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, Reiner, although he's leading, he's also setting himself up to be best on the long run. I think Ripka's aware of that, and Ripka's looking to make a move here early and try and get in front of him, but it is very difficult to pass here. I don't even know what he can do.
Well, not only is it a bumpy track, the car's into it, right? So if you're going to make that pass, you got to move him or you got to go to the high side.
Yeah, absolutely. The move I like on the high side is, you know, the shocker, as I call it. You know, you drive in there deep and have his spotters say car high, make him adjust all his driving mid-corner. That's about all you got to work with here as far as high side. Other than that, it's trying to get lower than low, or, like you said, a little nudge perhaps, Baron.
So it looks like the front two trying to shake Paul K as we see Jason Jackson has cleared Darren Bruce and making his way to the front here, Dean.
Yeah, Jackson, I mean, we've been talking about him for a while now. Very impressive. Already up 8 spots into 4th, and he's coming.
He's got those front three in sight. They're on the same straightaway now. Dean, if he's going to get there, right, what does he have to worry about when it comes to pit stop strategy at this point?
Well, that is an interesting thing here, right? Pit stop strategy. This is a unique track, and guys don't run it often. They're not used to pit road here. If they didn't practice it, they're going to be in a world of trouble if we do green flag stops, I'll tell you that. It is tricky. Narrow entry, Baron, with tire wall right there. I mean, someone's going to go into the tire wall. I bet my life on it. Well, I'll bet your life on it.
I'd rather bet folding money.
Okay, we can bet some cash instead.
Love it. Not with that. Oh, wait,
Whoa,
loose here by the
Hamill.
9. Oh, he's chased it up to the wall, Dean.
That's the old D-Dido right there, Baron.
It sure is.
And he did a
Nice
good job
recovery.
of chasing that, didn't he?
Yeah, it sure did. Hamill, good hands award so far.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he didn't ruin his night quite yet, but that was dangerous. That's the second time we've seen it from him. So he's found himself hitting some spot on the track with a little too much throttle, one of those bumps, Baron, and it is kicking him up the track.
I think we're going to see that out of most of these drivers tonight at some point in their event. You know, this track is a bumpy son bitch, and, you know, these guys will jump up and they think they got the car dialed in, those tires will let go, and boom, up the track, just like you just saw with the 9 machine.
Man, that was something. I'm impressed that he didn't wreck that thing. That's easy to wreck it from there, so great save. These top 3 up here, Jackson continuing to rattle off times faster than our leaders, about a 10th quicker. So the 86, somehow, some way, is just piling through, and behind him, Craig Ratliff also has gotten by Bruce now. He's up 9, so those are our big movers, Jackson and Ratliff. I mean, we got a couple further back in the field in Ashley and Dibble, also up 8 and 9 respectively. There is Ashley and there is Dibble. Currently in 12th and 13th, Baron.
Looks like Dibble is the meat in the Ashley sandwich right now, huh?
Yeah, Ashley there. I mean, Ashley okay right now. And is that Hamill? So that is Hamill who did the D-Dido there. He's fading a little bit, Baron, as he tries to get that thing under control.
Well, he had a moment, you know, so he may have to collect himself here.
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, I've had many moments, Baron. I've never collected myself from him.
I bet you collect yourself every night, Dean.
That's another story for another night, folks. Bryce Reiner, Lance Ripka, Paul K. Travis, Jason Jackson heating things up, and that time by, I think our leaders are starting to heat up their pace a little bit. Now the top 4 running very, very similar times.
There's Ratliff. He's still in this. Greg Ratliff, I should say. But he's got some gap now to make up if he wants to get into the lead here.
Well, that's the problem. We're about that point in the race where now you're going to find out who burned up their stuff and who didn't, right? And so, did Ratliff or Jackson trying to run these guys down burn their stuff up? Time will tell. Won't be long now. We'll be talking about, you know, the lap cars getting in the way of our leaders here, Baron.
Looks like Brantley's underneath Darren Bruce. He's around Darren Bruce.
So Brantley goes by as well. Great job here. The 3, another guy who's been on the come as of late. We were looking at the Toad Man. He was falling in behind Hamill. Hamill continuing to fade. Or maybe not. It looks like he's actually regathered here, perhaps, and starting to come forward again. I mean, this type of track we're dealing with here, Bear, as we look into our leaders, I mean, there's going to be ebbs and flows to this thing because you're going to have to get yourself in a rhythm, and those bumps, they don't really allow it.
No, very unforgiving, and your rhythm is developed with those bumps. So if you're off and those bumps are off, you hang on for the ride, Dean.
You can see now Reiner is starting to inch away. So this is something we've seen in the past many times. Reiner, you know, he holds him off for a while, and then his long run ability starts to surge forward. Otto Viani has made his way by Bruce, so Bruce struggling out here. He's down 2, make it 3 as Walker the second goes on by. And I think about this part of the season, Baron, Mr. Darren Bruce is begging for a 1.5 mile track.
He certainly is, Dean. He's tired of all these short tracks and road courses. Get him some speed, Dean.
Yeah, and you'll find immediately back out front. So that's the way that goes. The Toad Man, who started so well tonight in 4th position, he's fallen back to 11th. He looks okay back here right now, but not what he wanted starting 4th.
It's like Hamill's gathered himself back up.
Yeah, Hamill's kind of settled down, and I think because of it, you know, he's found that slower is faster, Baron. And you find that on a lot of these type of tracks, don't you?
Yeah, you absolutely do. Short tracks have a tendency, you want to hustle the car, you want to get after it, right? You want to run it around that track as fast as you can get it, but these are still big, heavy race cars, and no matter how short the track is, they need to be taken with a little bit of care, so slower is faster.
Bryce Reiner out front there. You can see a great shot of the gap. Jackson now starting to move in on Travis as we focus in on that fight for 3rd place.
He's there.
Yeah, he's definitely there. Now, Paul is going to fight for this. I mean, I would imagine. He's not just going to roll over as Jackson dives down to the bottom. So
2x2 action.
Yeah, 2x2, and you know, I said he's going to fight for it. Whether he tried or not, Jackson took it in a hurry. So the 86 now up to 3rd.
Didn't fight that hard.
No, it wasn't that big a fight, and I don't blame him. These bouncy cars.
Kind of early.
I don't think you want to be side by side too much, do you, Barry?
Not here. That's a rough. I mean, not only is the air funny off your car, but this track is super bumpy. So yeah, I don't blame him.
Brantley now in 6th position. Otto Viani has moved up to 7th. Michael Walker the second up to 8th. And he's looking pretty sporty here in the old number 22 Appalachian State machine.
Speaking of Appalachian State, I don't see any of their drafts going in the NFL right now, but the draft is on, Dean.
Draft is on. Big trade by Cleveland earlier for those of you like it. I think Cleveland did very well. I think Jacksonville got absolutely fleeced on that deal, but yeah, we can debate that some other time.
Next season will tell, won't it?
But you all know what we're waiting for, right? At least I am up in the booth. It's all about the Lions. What are the Lions going to do? And, we expect the Lions will move up or move down. They're not usually there sitting on their hands, Baron.
Well, they need defense. Lots and lots of defense.
Well, I mean, people think that, but last year with 20 injured defensive players, they were a little short-manned.
A lot of short-manned.
Yeah. So we look forward to that recovery, but right now all about Bryce Reiner out here, lap 51 of 200 here at the Nashville Fairgrounds with RGR Racing, and Reiner starting to separate himself, opening up a 1.6 second lead over Ripka. Jackson been doing a great job up 9 spots, and now he's trying to run down Buckshot here and get by him for a second. Paul K slipped back to 4th, actually up 1 spot on the night. You got Greg Ratliff in 5th, up 9 as well. And now we're at that point. If the cars are going to go away, they're begun to go away right now, Baron.
Yeah, and Ratliff's got company there. Brantley's right there, and he's made his way through the field as well. So a 3 machine making his way forward.
Yeah, he's doing an absolutely great job. Looking good out here, no doubt about it.
You know what else is looking good? Is that sponsor on the side of that car, which also happens to be, Dean, title sponsor here at the RGR Racing Series, East Coast Web Printers. For all of your commercial printing needs, the professionals at East Coast Web are equipped to handle quantities of 5,000, Dean, on up to 5 million. Now that's a lot of beers, Dean. For your publication, your magazine, your manuals, your inserts, direct mail, and all your printing needs, get a hold of East Coast Web Printers for quality, outstanding service, and experience you can trust.
Oh, that sounds just awesome. And, trust is big, Baron.
And he's going to need some trust right now as he's underneath Paul K for the position.
Yeah, he is moving on up here. One might say it's good times.
Oh, you went old school on it. I wonder if you were going to get that or not. My man right there, coming through. Dean Doucette.
Jason Jackson making a move for 2nd here. So Jackson on the move. He is going on by Ripka. Ripka rubs the wall there. You can see the car jump up in the air a little bit. Didn't affect it too much. He continues to fight. Great job by Ripka on the outside, but it's just not where you want to be. So Jackson up to 2nd. The big dog Ratliff up to 4th, and it's Brantley really the big mover here. Well, not the big mover, but maybe the fastest guy at who's not leading this race. That 3 machine, Baron.
Yeah, he's really showing us something tonight, Dean. We gave him a little TV time, and he's making the most of it.
He certainly is. Paul Travis Sr. has now slipped to 6th, and it's Otto Viani. Now, we've seen him, I believe, last week, Baron. Looked real fast, real good, and then got wrecked out of the race. It was a very tragic thing, but he might have been the fastest guy last week.
Yeah, he had good momentum last week, and an unfortunate incident takes him out. But we haven't seen the last of this driver.
No, by far we have not. So he's fighting down on the bottom, and what I like about it, Baron, you see him on that straightaway, he is not filtering up. He's given so much room to that guy ahead of him, and we're under caution, I believe. Hamill is around. So the 9, we've seen that D-Dido earlier, and wow, that was almost back into the wall there.
Rough night here for Hamill.
Yeah, lap 62, the 9 brings out a caution on the track. And here he is all alone, so again, you see the bumps, he's hitting, and around she goes. That's just a little too much power and wheel combo there, Baron.
Whole lot of action. Yep.
A whole lot of shaking going on.
Yeah, that's right.
So pit stops are on, our leaders are in. Looks like Ledford and Musial still on the track. I think they'll come in eventually here.
Prudence says that he should.
Well, I knew a Prudence once.
Did you get to see her ankles?
I did not.
That's an Amish name, Dean. Prudence is an Amish name. What are you doing with these Amish women?
I don't know, but I don't have eyes in the back of my head there. You just think about that for a minute.
I'm working on it. I'm chewing on it, Dean, here.
So Bryce Reiner comes out in 1st. Jackson, who made up 10 spots during that run, will be in 2nd. Ripka 3rd. Greg Ratliff made up 10. He's in 4th. Then Brantley, Otto Viani, Paul Travis, Walker, Bruce, and Dibble. How about Dibble? Dibble is up 12 spots into 10th.
Attaboy, George. Show him what's what out here.
Love it. Got that water sponsor on there. I try to say that too often, Baron.
Well, Water keeps you going.
It certainly does. All re-racked and ready to go back to racing here. Now the big key is, how good is Jackson? I mean, he was so busy coming through the field, we don't really know yet, do we, Baron?
Well, we're about to find out here, aren't we? Re-racked and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, him and Greg can come up here and take this lead. We'll see. Here we go.
Green, green, green.
Green down and away. Decent start down on the bottom, and Ripka trying to hold the bottom line away from Jackson. I don't think he can. Jackson, good drive off the corner, so he'll take that spot. Here comes Brantley with, on the outside, the big dog, Greg Ratliff. Fights throughout the field. Bruce and Walker going at it. Bruce down on the bottom. Obviously, the preferred line is the bottom right now. Riani, who picked up 6th during that run, he's currently in 7th in front of Bruce. And meanwhile, Bryce Reiner again starting to open up early on.
Yeah, he did this the last time, didn't he? He opened up a bit of a gap, and then they walked him down.
It was kind of a three-way, right? You had him and Ripka and Paul Sr., who were out there kind of walking away from everybody, and then he separated from those two. So I think those two said, I'm not going to try and stay with them this time. I need a little something on the back end here.
And they definitely saw that with Jackson and Brantley coming to them. So their spotters and their crew chiefs talking loud and clear.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, I mean, Jackson just set the best lap of the race, Baron, a lap ago. Now, is he out here getting coaxed into going a little too hard too early?
Fast lap. I mean, if he's taking it easy on this thing, you're looking at your winner.
Ledford's not on the lead lap, but he is down on the bottom here in that 48 machine. Up high, Tom Ashley, Rachel Hunt back there. She's being pretty tentative here with Ledford.
Dean, check out that line she's running. I mean, she's all the way up top.
Yeah, Rachel's been running some unique lines this year. I think that one was more about avoidance, but in general, we have seen some unique lines, and some of them have worked very well, Baron. Lap 74, 75, if you will, for a 200 here. Long way to go here, Baron.
Yeah, not quite halfway here, and we've got 2 cautions on the event. Bryce Reiner leading it wire to wire so far. I want to shout out everybody in YouTube land. If you're out there watching us on YouTube or Facebook, do us a favor and smash that like button or that heart button. We love you too. You can't see me, but I'm holding up the heart symbol like any other. Well, anyways, I'm not going to say that. But like it or love us, but you can't ignore us. Go ahead and see what Wind Tunnel's got to offer week in and week out.
Absolutely. Be careful with those hearts when you send to Baron, though.
I'm still single.
Orders.
Yeah, I'm still single, so I'm ready to mingle.
Boy, Musial coming on to pit road here. This is bad news for Jacob Musial in the 38, Baron. Unscheduled stop. A little bit of damage on that machine. That might be all she wrote here.
Yellow flag is out.
Oh, and now we're under yellow with Herb Ashley.
Calamity.
And there he is, as we had a little trouble getting to him. So it looks to me, from the spot that car is positioned, we're talking about the lazy spin off the corner, Baron. And here we go.
Yes, we are. He had it loose end. He's fighting it, trying to get back to the gas. Nope, that's that.
And that's that for sure. Pretty self-explanatory there. So now, interesting, some pitting, some not. Ripka the first in, Ratliff behind him. A whole bunch come in behind, but Reiner, Jackson, and Brantley stay out. Baron, we have shook things up.
Not stirred.
Well, you never start.
Shaken,
Are
not
straws
stirred.
even legal again? Are they okay now?
I think you can do it again. I think you use the plastic ones now. I think we're good.
Okay. You wouldn't want to stir with a paper straw.
Oh, no. No, it's just rude.
It is rude. So Ripka first off of pit road with Ratliff and Travis. Otto Viani right there. Looks like Rachel Hunt stayed out also, so that's interesting. Looked like Rachel wanted to stay out of the mess. She's going to find herself in the thick of it now.
Yeah, she's right in the middle of the fire.
Looks like we got 13 cars on the lead lap. I'm not sure if Hamill's getting a lucky dog or wave around here. He might be the 14th car. Herb Ashley also looks like he's coming around. Lap 81 of 200 here. We've got the East Coast Web Printers Gen 6 series here with RGR Racing. Bryce Reiner up front just disappeared from view, and then now he's back. Just going to the
Took a little
washroom.
break. Took a little break.
So interesting to see how the new tires will be. You got Ripka and Ratliff currently 5th and 6th. Watch for them to try and make some moves. They got to be careful. If anybody's slow on these older tires, they could bottleneck things. Pace car down and away. 14 hits the throttle a little bit late, which allows Jackson to stay with them. Jackson to the outside. He'll filter down, though. Smart move, I think, by Jackson.
Yeah, I live to fight another day, right, Dean?
Ripka's come through. Ratliff's come through. Hunt hung up high. They're looking 3 wide here. Otto Viani trying to go 3 wide. And it's Bruce on the bottom who gets a shot. He saves it and stays down there. Wow.
Another good hands driver award right there.
Things get nutty when you re-rack them, Baron. So Otto Viani's still down there. Hunt still high. Speaking of high, the Toad Man up there on the high side. Good hard racing out here. Brantley on the high side. He's trying to hold off Paul K. Travis. A couple of our East Coast Web Printers machines there, and it looks like he lets Paul Travis Sr. go by. Lap 87 here. Bryce Reiner doing a nice job out front. That time by Jackson faster, Ripka even faster. So Ripka and Ratliff on the fresher rubber. They got a little bit of speed and they're right there, Baron.
Absolutely. The pressure's on here, Dean. We're coming up to halfway. These guys are really, really showing some speed now. This track is settled in, so are these cars. Let's get it on, right?
Let's get it on. I slipped away for a minute there, Baron. Ripka and Ratliff have gotten by Jackson. So now they set their sights on our leader, Bryce Reiner. Can that tire difference be a factor here this evening? Jackson's still struggling on the high side. He's going to relinquish another spot. So Jackson is just kind of, I think he realized, hey, I'm a little bit hard up on these tires. Let me fall back and get in line here. Ripka all over the rear now of Bryce Reiner. Can Buckshot get up here and make a move?
If anybody can, it's that guy right there in that 52 machine.
And he's hungry, I'm telling you, it's been a while. Reiner up the track, Ripka down low. So Ripka gonna come on through here, and here comes Greg Ratliff. So Reiner sliding back.
Ratliff right there with him, Dean, plowing the road here. And don't look now, but there is Paul K. Travis again.
Yeah, Paul's got that short run speed tonight. We'll see if he can hang on. Reiner slips to fourth, so right in front of Jackson. Jackson did it the lap before, then Reiner had to do it. Jackson's got a run. He pokes his nose down low, thinks better of it.
Dean, is Reiner playing possum with us tonight? Is he just lulling us into believing that this is his last set of tires and he's going to run it to the end?
No. I mean, I don't believe so. I don't think it's in him to play this big a possum. This is a tire difference here. The top two stopped. He didn't. And that's the difference you're seeing. Now, he's not going to run his stuff off. Reiner's going to come back. Remember, he was way better than anybody on the long run. If we get 40, 50 laps into this run, you'll see Reiner close back in. And I think our top two know it, and they're trying to get away. So Lance Ripka out front, where we used to often see him. Could tonight be the night he takes that monkey and slaps it off his back, Baron?
You want him to slap the monkey, Dean?
Absolutely.
Peter Gabriel, great song.
Who is?
Shock the monkey, Dean.
Yeah, I remember.
All right. Where are we at on the draft here, Dean? Where's your boys?
Well, I don't dare go look, Baron. I'm in the middle of a broadcast, but...
I've got you covered up here, Dean.
All right. So here we go. Oh, a little peek from Greg Ratliff. He's seen an opening. He took a look, but nothing doing.
Reiner's falling back here.
Yeah, well, he's falling off the pace. He's not losing any spots. Him and Jackson both are milking this a little bit. But Ottoviani says, enough of that. Down to the inside. So Michael Ottoviani now up into fifth.
Great run here by Ottoviani. And that awesome looking 53 machine. Check out the purple.
I like it. I like it a lot. Great paint job there.
Dean, we're at just past halfway in this 200 lap event. And this was led by... yellow flag up.
Yellow flag. It's Hamill again. He's already in the garage. I think he might be done for the night, Baron. This track, not agreeing with him.
Nope, that one just got pulled.
So here we go. Hamill down in the corner again, unsettled on entry, leads to a middle bump, more unsettled, and around she goes. We've seen it a few times. Same bat channel, same bat time.
All right, Dean. Everybody's on pit road now. Feeding time.
Definitely feeding time. Everybody's in this time. So this is great for Ripka and Ratliff. I mean, they shook up. They got up to the lead. They put Reiner back to fourth. And now everybody's going to be on equal tires. I'm still waiting for someone to tell me the Lions have traded up. Travis gets out second. How about that? Greg Ratliff may have come out in third on purpose, Baron. I used to do that all the time. I couldn't stand starting second.
Yeah, I get it. It's a difficult transition too, right? Because this track is so iffy. If you come out in the wrong position here, you could lose a few spots.
You could. I mean, you don't want to be stuck on the high side. The visuals are tough to get a good jump with the leader when you're in second, so it could have been on purpose. I'm not saying it was, but it's something I used to often do. Just kind of lollygag off a pit road and let that guy race and beat you, and he thinks he's doing something, but now he's got to start on that high side. See Musial up there. I'm not sure what Musial's doing on the high side of the track. So we've seen him pit unscheduled early on. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he's going to get a wave around here. He will. Herb Ashley waiting on pit road. He'll fall in behind everybody.
Serving a penalty here?
Nah, I think this he caught with a pit road closed, so good job there waiting for it to open back up. Here we go. Pace car off. Ripka and Travis up front. Green flag down and away. Good start by Ripka. Travis also gets a good jump. A little slow. It looks like Ratliff. He'll have to fight Reiner. Reiner working hard on the outside. What a battle we got here.
Reiner said, I got fresh tires. Let's go.
Yeah, he's trying. He knows he's got one shot to get it done, and that's to get it done fast. He couldn't. Ratliff will keep the spot. Reiner files in. Behind him, Jackson and Walker battling. Oh, contact, Jackson.
Woo!
I don't even think that was contact. Either phantom contact or it made Jackson a little loose, but Walker gets it done. He's into fifth.
That was a big deal.
It really was, and we got a log jam here. The Toad Man, Ashley, Bruce, Brantley, Dibble, all in this mess. Looks like they kind of getting that sorted out back up front. Ripka walking away a bit. Travis and Ratliff second and third. Great little race here. Lap 110 of 200 here at the Nashville Fairgrounds.
Ripka leading the way, and I mean, just after he passed Reiner, dude, just set sail. Ooh, Ratliff really loose there.
Yeah, Greg completely sideways, gathered it up, and stayed in front of Reiner. Great job there. Yeah, Ripka's looked good all race long. The only advantage was Reiner, after about lap 30 or 40 on a tire run, looked like he was starting to pull away. But outside of that, Ripka looks solid here. And now, Barron, clean track, clean air. It means something, even here.
Yeah, it sure does. And Ripka understands that, so I'm sure that's why he was fighting for that lead so hard so early in the event.
Let's right on board here and just see what he's dealing with here. Looks pretty smooth there. Got that wheel cocked to the left.
That is not smooth, Dean. Look how fast those hands are moving. Look at that. Check that out.
I mean, for this track, that's pretty smooth. Let's go a little further back, shall we? Let's ride along with Tom Ashley and see how Tom's doing with it. You see there a little more crank in the wheel.
A lot of more wheel in there.
Though.
Yep.
Toad Man in front of him, loose off the corner. So the difference there is the entry's a little later and you're cranking the wheel a little bit more. What's that going to do, Barron? It's going to wear it out just a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, you eventually get pushed loose too. You know, the more wheel you got to put into it, the more that thing will loosen up on you.
So status quo up front. Everybody lined up. Dibble and Brantley back here. Brantley in 11th, Dibble in 12th. Hunt still on the lead lap there. Strategy working out for her. She's picked up 4 spots into 13th. She's really not challenging anybody. She's just letting them take themselves out.
Yeah, it looks like she's along for the ride right now, Dean. You know, lap 117 of 200. She wait too long?
Well, I kind of like it. You know, it's like, let's let them, this type of track where if you're thinking about doing an 80, 90, 100 lap run, you just can't see it. When you look at 20, 25 cars out here, you're like, someone is going to get loose. Someone's going to hit a bump and wreck. It's just going to happen as Reiner makes a move down to the bottom of Greg Ratliff. So Bryce Reiner trying to move up to third. He'll do it. Here comes Jackson as well. So Greg Ratliff trying to hold off Jackson. He'll do that for now.
And these cars are absolutely skipping across these bumps. Look at all the sparks.
Oh, it's brutal out there.
That's crazy.
I'm surprised they're not on fire by now, how much they're grinding the track, Baron.
Well, they're evening it out.
They could be smoothing it out a little bit.
End of this event, those bumps are going to be nice and even.
So Ripke continuing to lead. Paul Travis Sr. doing a nice job here, riding in second. Can he hold on? I mean, you see him there. He's leaving that bottom a little bit open. When Reiner gets there, he will pounce on that bottom part of the track. All doing a nice job there so far, holding them off. On board with Jason Jackson here, right behind this little fight. You can see Reiner edging down the track, looking for that opening.
Jason Jackson really playing with that throttle, too. You can hear the tires come up off the ground as that motor picks up about 600 RPM.
It's just insane. Look at those hard licks at the end of corner 2 there. My goodness. Baron, you couldn't even have a drink in that car, could you?
No, you couldn't. I'd have to have a sippy cup.
Yeah, sippy cup will work.
Ask me how I know that.
I will not.
Dean, how many people in YouTube land are shouting out their favorite driver right now?
Well, I'm going to guess everybody. There must be 50 people doing it.
That's your cue. Go ahead and shout out your favorite driver and get yourself a free Wind Tunnel TV shirt.
That's right. Just type in the coupon code.
East Coast Web Printers 2025.
Can they take that down to a store? What store is offering that, Barry?
The East Coast Web Printer store, Dean.
Oh boy. I usually give out free subs, Baron. You can go to Subway for those.
The footlong?
Of course.
Dean loves the footlong, folks.
Rip Goat here leading. Travis second. Reiner in third. Jackson fourth. Ratliff in fifth position. How about Michael Walker the second, currently in sixth, Baron? He's had himself a nice night, and we've seen this. I think he likes short tracks a little bit better.
I believe he does. And Dean, he's had a nice night. That's a couple of good races for Michael Walker here. He's really come alive here as this season's moved on. Really showing us that there's some talent behind the wheel of that 22, isn't there, Dean?
There certainly is. You know, he's out of Cherryville, North Carolina, Baron. You ever been down there?
Probably. Can't say that I remember, but probably.
And where are you tonight, Baron?
I am in the great city of Indianapolis, Indiana. I am home broadcasting from the home offices of Barron & Barron Incorporated, and I love it. I get to sleep in my own bed tonight, Dean.
Wow. All right. So, obviously, folks, he's looking for company, you know.
The Fortress of Solitude. Yep, the Fortress of Solitude. I'm happy to be in it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, great little race here, coming down to about 68 laps to go. You got Ripka, Travis, and Reiner. Reiner getting quicker, but Travis has not let him by, or whatever, has not given up. He's doing great in second. He is still right there and within striking distance of the leader. The 88s look very good tonight.
Yeah, he's been solid, and I think patience is going to be the virtue here, Dean. They've quietly walked down Ripka a little bit here, but getting to him and passing him, two different things. We say it all the time.
Well, it is, and the one thing I would caution for Paul, I mean, if Paul loose there, leaving the door open slightly, if he just get down on that yellow line, Baron, I don't think that 14 could do anything about him. But he's leaving just a half car there, and you can see Reiner starting to peak more and more down there off the corner. This time on entry, he drives in a little harder.
Had a look there, had a look.
And he can see behind him Jackson, who hasn't had to work quite as hard. He's hanging in there. So things are going to heat up when we get towards the end of this thing. I believe everybody can make it from here, and it's going to get real interesting. Walker's still doing a nice job. Otto Viani and Brantley, two guys who were doing so good early on, still are sitting in 7th and 8th. Can they move forward as this run goes along?
Yeah, this run, different from the last run they were on. Both these cars moved forward in a hurry. It looks like this time they're a little stalled out here, Dean.
Yeah, taking their time here, perhaps, looking for the back end of the run, but looking good. The Toad Man inside the top 10 and 9th. He started again in 4th, so the 19 is a great Q lap here tonight. And I think it looks like he's found his rhythm here as he's hanging with Brantley and Otto Viani pretty well. Back up front, Ripka starting to open up a bit of a lead. And
Reiner's got on by.
Yeah.
Reiner's got by Travis.
Well, let's get a replay on that pass and see what happened. Here we go. So Reiner right on him. Travis up the track a little bit, and it looks like he's fighting it. That gives Reiner the better drive off, and he just gives it up. I mean, I would too. Position's so big. Reiner had the inner position. And that puts Reiner to 2nd. Watch out, folks. Someone turned on the bat light, Baron. As Greg Ratliff works on Jackson. How about that? The 5 under Jason Jackson.
Yeah, he's been sporty all night here, Dean, this 5 machine.
Yeah, and he comes through, so around Jackson he goes, put Greg Ratliff up 10 into 4th. Reiner right now running about almost a 10th faster than Lance Ripka, so he's going to get there. And the thing is, I keep saying it, Baron, if you just ride the bottom and force that guy to come around you on the high side, I don't think he can get it done.
It's a tough ask, Dean, but I really think he can do it. Dean, what was your toughest ask in life?
No comment at this time.
Chicken shit.
I am way too chicken to answer that one. My goodness. I've had some tall orders, Baron. But you know, I'm a trooper too. You know?
You got a safety word, don't you?
I don't need one, Baron.
You're tapping yourself on your head like Adam Newton screaming, "Fire truck, fire truck."
You strap in and it's time to go. You gotta do what you gotta do, my friend. So
Adam, we love you, brother.
Otto Viani there, or no, Brantley, sorry, was under heat from the Toad Man as Brantley looked like he broke loose last lap, so that was a little bit of a close call for the 3 machine. Up front, Reiner still running them down. That time by, though, Ripka a little bit quicker. So Ripka not giving it up, and Paul K was actually the fastest of the three. So Paul Travis Sr. all of a sudden coming back towards the front.
Found something here, Dean, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did, and I think this can be as much as fuel loads and stuff. Different times during the run, guys like the feel of the car a little bit better or a little bit worse, and often it's how much fuel you got in that machine.
He gets up here and makes life difficult for Reiner. This is going to be an interesting race for Mr. Ripka.
Well, that's the thing. If Ripka slows down a bit but can't be passed, then Paul Travis Sr. is going to close right in there, and life's going to get difficult for everybody. And watch out, because Greg Ratliff also in the hunt now. He's not quite running their lap times. Looks like he might have been overdriving just a little bit there on exit. We'll see him come off this corner. That looked pretty smooth right there.
Nah, not bad.
See there, just the car just stepping out a little bit on him, Baron.
I think that's by design, Dean.
It could be. It very well could be.
Because you noticed we'd had him loose a little bit in practice and whatnot. I'm wondering if he's doing that on purpose.
Well, I mean, sometimes it can help the car, right? If you got a real tight car, you want to force that rear end around a little bit.
Help the car rotate. I love where your head's at.
I mean, that's why I like that yellow line, Baron, and there's nobody on it. And I just, if I was in there, I mean, I think they would tell me, Dean, we're as low as we can go. Stop with the yellow line.
That's all I got.
I mean, you know, sometimes a track car combo, you just really can't ride the yellow line. But you see Reiner's down there, about a half car underneath of where Ripke is. I like the low better. I think it's much better for the car on the long run, and you can see Reiner is closing in. That time, about a half-tenth faster as he closes in to about 4 car lengths.
Yeah, Dean, and even on a short track and one of these big heavy cars, a little bit of downforce on the front end helps an awful lot, Dean. So he's keeping a headlight out there in the wind to help that car turn.
Yeah, I mean, I had a crew chief who's talking about that all the time.
Some old guy.
Some old guy. Drank a lot, Baron.
Still does.
Reiner doing a nice job, but so is Ripka. Paul Travis hanging in, but perhaps fading from our top 2. Greg Ratliff also. He is currently, well, the top 4 all very close, but how about Michael Walker II? That time by, a tenth faster than anybody else. The 22, looking great.
Really coming on nice here, Dean, at 22. You know, we don't talk much about him, right? But this is absolutely a great run by this driver and this team, and they are due.
Yeah, I'm going to knock on wood here, Baron, because the last time we were talking about how great he was doing and, you know, up around 3rd place and maybe looked like he could win the event. And let's just say it didn't have a happy ending, Baron. I mean, not everybody gets a happy ending.
Yeah, but we all try.
Great run by Michael Walker II. Behind him, Jason Jackson, who's second in points. Now, he's had a great race, but a little bit up and down here. A little surprise here. He's kind of faded this run. I thought he actually took it easier and expected him to move forward. Just not happening for him.
Yeah, it just seems as though the car is stalled. We talked about Ottaviani having the same kind of issue. He's actually drifted back from Jackson. So, yeah, really weird how the first run saw a lot of speed out of these two machines. And the second run, they're having some struggles here, Dean.
They certainly are. Right now, Reiner stalking our leader, Lance Buckshot Ripka. 38 laps to go at the line.
He's coming, Dean.
Oh, he's there, Baron, and it's just a matter of what he wants to do with it. He's shown great patience in the past. He's not one to go and force the issue. But if you leave the bottom open, he's going to take it. And all of a sudden, Paul Travis, who I may have been counting out slightly just a couple laps ago, he looks like he's right back in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're right there.
Very, very close. So the 88 closing it up. So we got ourselves a little top 3 barn burner here with 35 to go.
Look at that shallow entry by the 14. That was a really odd entry there, but it seemed to work for him.
What was he trying to do, Baron? Trying to hook the bottom there?
I don't know, Dean. It looked like he really, drove it in deep. He was looking for some speed. It doesn't look like it worked out. He's backed up to Paul K.
Yeah, I think he decided that was a
He just
no-go.
did it again. Yeah, he just did it again. Same thing. Just dove it right in.
Very interesting here from the 14. Could be trying to cool down the tires a little bit to make another run. I'm not sure. Or maybe he's planning. He's looking ahead, Baron. As our leader, we look out the windshield to him. He is looking at George Dibble and Darren Bruce there. These are going to be lap cars, but these are fast cars. So this could slow him down. This could cause him some problems here.
When was the last time you said the words Darren Bruce and lapped?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few tracks out there, just, don't agree with Darren that well. But I assure you, like I said earlier, we get on some of those speedways and watch out that 15 will be around the front. And he might see it. I don't think he likes the idea of being lapped either. He might be on the go button right now.
I saw it firsthand at Atlanta, man. I thought I had that race in hand, and Darren Bruce come on up there and walked off by me.
Yeah, he can do that. There's no doubt. Lance Buckshot Ripka, your leader. He's gotten by a couple of cars up high there. So no harm, no foul with those guys. And now he works on Bruce. Bruce gives him lots of room. And Ripka will drive right on by. Now Reiner underneath of Bruce. No problem for him. So Bruce staying out of the way. Now, Baron, only 11 cars on the lead lap. Rachel Hunt, our last car on the lead lap, currently in 11th place, up 6 spots, Baron.
So she's found some speed and making her way forward, Dean. Looks like she's not willing to wait in the back anymore, is she?
No, she saved that car enough. It's go time for sure. In front of her, Tom Ashley, also doing a nice job. He's picked up 10 spots. The 62 currently in 10th position. And there is our leader, closing in on him. Reiner still unable to get to the bumper. Coming down to 27 to go. Looks like Reiner ready for another charge.
Yeah, he's got himself sorted out here, Dean.
And Paul Travis still hanging in there. I mean, I just like what I've seen out of Ripka. He has not let anything faze him so far, Baron.
Looks like Reiner has evened out that entry now.
Yeah, I think he was doing something with his tires, probably trying to cool them off, maybe trying to shoot a straight entrance under braking or something. Hard to say for certain. Back a little further, Jackson in front of Otto Biani and behind Greg Ratliff. So these 3 cars battle for position. That's 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Reiner disappeared.
Yeah, he's had these issues. We've seen this before from Reiner.
He's back.
The internet maybe just not that strong in the old Reiner household. Gotta put one of those antennas up, some rabbit ears.
Yeah, tin foil on his head or something.
Something. Get one of your kids out there holding a pole.
Somebody feed the rabbit so he can run a little faster in the wheel.
And Herb Ashley on pit road. I think he's been sitting there for a while.
Calling it a day.
But he won't get out of the car, Baron. He's just sitting in the car thinking about life.
Collecting his thoughts. I like that. Work shit out.
That's it. Not, sometimes, you know, you're just not fit to talk to other human beings yet. As Paul
Right.
Travis disappears now. So Paul's internet goes down temporarily. There is Walker now in 4th position. So he's gotten by Greg Ratliff and into 4th. What a run by the 22.
Solid run. Love it for this team. Love it for this driver. He's deserving of this.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's been out here from the get-go, Baron, since our debut on this league. We've seen Michael Walker out here fighting hard through some turmoil in his personal life we've thought of in the past, and now here he is in 4th position. Up front, Ripka going around Tom Ashley. That'll put the 11th place car a lap down. Next up, Rachel Hunt. And he's pulling away, Baron. He's separated now from Bryce Ryder. How about that?
Yeah, he sure has. Yep.
Get that Ripka Designs on there. Go check them out for all your paint job needs. There's Reiner. There's Paul Travis Sr. in 3rd. Michael Walker the 2nd back there in the corner. He's actually running the same as our top 4, basically. So Greg Ratliff has fallen off a little bit, and now you can see Jason Jackson coming into the picture. He's looking for that top 5 spot.
Wow. Great runs here. Michael Walker, Paul K. Travis, Greg Ratliff, Jason Jackson. Like, great runs by these drivers. And not to be outdone, Michael Ottaviani, Jason Brantley, and Todd the Toadman Gilly with Rachel Hunt wrapping up the top 10. Dean, these are names that are synonymous with winning, but we just haven't seen it that much lately. Short tracks, boding well for some of these drivers.
Yeah, I mean, you come to some of these unique tracks, right? Like the Nashville Fairgrounds, or, you know, you can see this at other places, like a Dover or a Pocono at times, you know, or something like that, where guys just, it feels right to them. As the Toadman gets a run here on Jason Brantley. Looks like Brantley trying to gather it up on the high side. Woof, trouble for Brantley. Woo. He's into the wall once, twice, as the Toadman goes by and takes over 8th position. Wow. I mean, you know, he didn't want to do that knock 3 times. That stuff doesn't work, Baron.
No, it doesn't.
I used to knock on my ceiling 3 times.
What was the name of the group, Dean? I know where you just went, and I can't remember the name of the group.
Knock 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm not. I can't really remember. I don't think that's a Neil Diamond great, but
no, I don't think so.
Really
It is
remember.
from the early '70s. Good Lord, have mercy.
I'm old. I think we've established that.
We're
Later,
both old, Dean.
Lance Ripka going around Rachel Hunt, so that'll lap us up the 10th place car. Rachel doing a nice job, up 7 spots, but not good enough here tonight with these speed merchants out here taking control. Reiner, late in this run, trying to take one last stab at it. He closes in. I mean, he was over a 10th faster that last lap. Did he save something? Did he cool him down?
One last run at this, Dean. He is on the move. Can he get there?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Ripka has been planning for this whole run, and he knows what he's doing. But Reiner, a little hair quicker there. He closes in another car length.
Inch by inch.
Tony, Orlando, and Don.
Oh my gosh. You're right.
Just came to me.
Tie a yellow ribbon.
Tie yellow. Sorry, nobody needs me singing. Reiner chasing Rivka here. Paul Travis comfortably in third. Walker comfortably in fourth. There is Ratliff. Jackson has gotten into sixth. Ottaviani still looking for that spot. Those two continue to fight. 5 to go for race leader Lance Ripka. You never know what you're going to get here on One Tunnel TV, Baron. I mean, Tony, Orlando, and Don, come on.
It's like a box of chocolates.
I mean, how about the captain and Tennille?
Oh, did you go Captain and Tennille on me and I didn't see it coming? Oh, man. You went full boomer on me, didn't you?
I don't even know if this classifies as boomer. Ripka leading Reiner, trying everything, Baron. He just can't get there. I mean, there's just not enough in the tank. Ripka's been too solid all night long.
Where's Jared Carr when you need him?
Yeah, he is a history man.
Yeah.
Lance Ripka, 2 to go.
I'm bringing that guy to trivia. Guy knows a lot.
Him and Adam Newton, I want to put them together and have a NASCAR trivia fest. I'm telling you, the wealth of knowledge is, and we might bring in Wesley Outland as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Wesley. Shoo. Yeah. That guy's an encyclopedia.
Here we go. White flag down and away. Lance Buckshot Ripka played his cards right. In one little stretch, he had fresh tires, grabbed the lead. Then they got on equal tires. He never relinquished it. It's the Ripka Designs machine of Lance Ripka going to victory lane here in the Fairgrounds 200.
Awesome win by Lance Ripka. Really, really took control of the race in the second half, Dean. We thought it was going to be all Bryce Reiner.
Well, we certainly did. Bryce Reiner early on looked great, but this was an even mono-a-mono fight, and Ripka comes out on top. I can't tell you what that's going to mean to him. He's going to be so happy that it wasn't on tires, wasn't on fuel mileage. He slugged it out and came out victorious, Baron.
Awesome run. Great job by that 52. Great job by all the racers tonight. Bryce Reiner, Paul K. Travis in third, Michael Walker in fourth. Greg Rattler is coming in the top 5. So nice run by all these drivers tonight.
Yeah, it certainly was. Some great results as Ripka burns them down there. You can see some of those great finishes in the top 5. Jackson 6, Ottaviani, Gilly in 8th, nice finish. Brantley 9th, Hunt with that top 10. Just minding her business out there, grabs her a top 10, well done. Tom Ashley, a solid run. Dibble, Bruce, Ledford, Musial, and others. You can look for your favorite driver in those results, but the one thing we keep talking about, Baron, well, two things really, I'm going to hide this, we can see these burn out a little further. I mean, this guy, Buckshot Ripka, and then guys like Walker the Second and Paul Travis with solid finishes. Those are the stories of the night.
Certainly were. Congratulations to all the drivers. Congratulations to Lance Ripka, just really showing up late in this event. That's a veteran driver right there, Dean.
He could have burned down on pit road there. He's going to go find himself something to drink down there, I think, Baron. And we're going to find ourselves to a commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get some race interviews in. back here at the Nashville Fairgrounds, where Lance Buckshot Ripka returned to victory lane. I mean, Baron, we said it all basically, but it's going to be amazing to talk to him, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure will, Dean. And well-deserved victory here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. 200 laps of exciting action here by the RGR guys. Really wonderful event.
Yeah, it certainly was. And right now, one of the guys running that title sponsor, the East Coast Web Printers machine, Paul Travis in the number 88 with a third place finish here tonight. Congratulations, Paul.
Guys, you don't know how good it feels to be here. Finally get the title sponsor up here with you guys and finally get to do an interview. What an amazing race. I kind of fell apart in the beginning, but she kind of came around. Man, it was nice to race with, Lance and Bryce. Them guys are amazing. And literally I followed Bryce around just trying to figure out what he did and did exactly the same thing.
Well, Paul, I mean, you said it all right there. Like, you've been here before, meaning during the race, in the top three, heck, leading the race, but the long run other fell off, or something happened later after a caution, a wreck, or something. But to complete it, to get up here now, I mean, it's just great to see. And you had to fight for it, didn't you? I mean, there was ebbs and flows in that run, man.
Oh, it was crazy. The first run, I literally burnt the right rear off that thing probably in 30 laps and was literally hanging on. And that one yellow came out and the two leaders stayed out, Jason Brantley and Bryce, I think, and we took tires. And Jason Jackson said, he goes, in 10 laps, it's going to equal out. It ain't going to matter. And we went by them guys and drove away. I'm shocked. I couldn't believe that. Like I said, I still can't believe that I finished in the top 5.
Well, I think more importantly, though, Paul, and I mean, I'm going to bring this up with Lance as well, who won it. I mean, you got Bryce Reiner. He's obviously a very, very tough competitor. But that last run, that's a mano. We're all on the same tires here. This wasn't a 10-lap tire advantage. This was everybody had the same tires, and you must feel good about your standing here tonight.
It really does. George has been giving me some dialogue on, my wheel settings, and I've made some changes recently. In the last couple of weeks, it feels like it's starting to come alive, and I'm starting to understand the tire situation a little bit better, as long as I can keep out of my head to quit dropping the throttle as hard as I can get it.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. I mean, yeah, that's one thing we talk about a lot is community and having people to rely on and getting help and all that. And I imagine you got to be thrilled to maybe talk a little bit about RGR as well and the sense of community you guys have here.
It's a really close-knit group. I mean, last night in practice, we were all sharing what we was doing, and Greg was amazing last night. He was amazing tonight. He came from the back. He got by me at one point in time. And, like I said, everybody just shares everything. We've got some new guys and stuff like that we're trying to help along as well.
Yeah, it's been great, Paul. I mean, watching what you did tonight, there was times when I thought, oh boy, he's going to fade. Then you close back up. There was times when I thought he's going to the front. And, it's a really strange track. And actually, I wanted to ask you about that, the track. I mean, clearly, these bumps were crazy, man. I mean, these cars were throwing up sparks left and right. I mean, how hard was it to stay consistent and get in a rhythm?
It was virtually impossible. I mean, literally, the throttle. First of all, you cannot touch that throttle hardly until you get straight on the straightaways. But the bumps were crazy. This place is like a Martinsville with the banking and the turns on crack with bumps from Rockingham.
I hear you, Paul. Well, you handled it, man. So proud to see you up here getting that East Coast Web Printers machine up here in third place. A huge congrats, man. That was well earned. And we'll turn the mic over to you, brother. Anybody you want to shout out or thank, you go right ahead.
There's quite a few people. I want to, first of all, thank Jason Brantley and his wife and East Coast Web Printers for what they do. Without him, it's a lot of fun, but we wouldn't have the television. We wouldn't have the people watching us. And, of course, I've got to thank Mike Brown and Shannon Brown in the Live Church for sponsoring the Sunday night deal. And of course, last but not least, I guess, but I've got to thank my wife. You know, she, like you guys know, she's been battling cancer, and for her to let me do this a couple nights a week and take away from time with her, it's, it hats off to her. She's got a birthday coming up, and we're gonna celebrate pretty hard for her.
All right, Baron, that's Paul Travis with a hard-earned third place finish here this evening.
Yeah, really good to see Paul K up here. Congratulations on his third place. Happy birthday, Mama Travis there, and hopefully she celebrates many, many more after this one. But Dean, I am with Mr. Bryce Reiner. Bryce. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing
hanging
good,
in
man.
there.
Yeah, had a nice run there. All right, Bryce, let's get to business. What the fuck happened to you in the second half of that run?
No, I was aching up very much. Next time you get new equipment, sim equipment, don't run it on a short track. That's not going to be my excuse, but definitely, test it out on a mile and a half first, or get it all right and squared away before you kind of hop in here. I was kind of running all over the place today. Just wanted to get these on the rig first, and hopefully it worked out. But no, I was aching up super bad there with like 40 laps to go, and I think I wore off my tires more than I did the first two runs there. Just didn't have quite enough turn there towards the end to even get to Lance. Once he moved up the track too, it was going to be hard to pass regardless. But overall, I mean, I will gladly take a P2. I came in here thinking, probably going to be off a couple tenths in qualifying. Turns out I get the pole, and then, lead a couple laps, and then, then it all goes away.
Yeah, well, Bryce, truthfully, we had you picked early in the race as one of the contenders in the first part of the race. You looked unstoppable there. New rig, new equipment. Any sponsorship there you need to shout out while we're talking about it?
Yeah, if y'all don't have anything special or up on that high end, Sim Magic is the way to go. It's not the expensive type, but it's a medium fair price there, and it gives you great equipment, all put together. It's super nice. Just got to get used to all of it, and try to keep getting after it, I guess.
Practice makes perfect, doesn't it, my friend?
It sure does. I've been practicing, not for this race, but I've been practicing open sets and all that stuff, and it's really helping me out. I just have to transfer that to with the new equipment.
Well, no doubt, Bryce, we're going to see you get a hold of that, get your arms around this, and this season, we've seen you in victory lane a fair bit. Second place finish is almost refreshing for you. Anybody you want to thank for this second place? Anybody get a shout out to?
Oh, first of all, just want to thank you guys for picking me in the beginning of the race, because I sure did not have myself picked to win tonight. But in the start of the race, it was great. So we'll take a P2, move on. But huge shout out to you guys up in the booth for putting us on the air, so all the fans can check in, and family members and friends and whoever wants to tune in on a Thursday, Sunday night to watch some racing. Just want to give also a huge shout out to Paul K. He did one heck of a run tonight. Really thought he was going to get me there for P2, but solid run from him. And Lance, obviously, he won the race, but really, I don't know how to say it, but took care of his tires there towards the end, and I did not. But shout out to my father as well. He tunes into all these things as well. Team Conti Sim Performance, Digital Sim Sports, Martin PC, everybody who helps me on the track and off the track as well. They're a huge help, and all the admins to the league as well.
Well, good to talk to you again, my friend. Bryce, a hell of a run tonight, my friend, and we'll see you again next week, right?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, brother. Hey, Dean, second place finisher in the 14 machine, Bryce Reiner.
Yes, sir. And I'm down here with a guy who is very happy to hear you say second place, Bryce Reiner. That is Lance Buckshot Ripping down in victory lane. Congratulations, Lance.
Thanks, team, man. It's awesome to finally finish in front of the 14. This guy's just solid everywhere we go. I just was able to win the position battle there in the middle of the race and was able to hold on to it the rest of the time. So, yeah, this was a big one. I think it's my first win in this car in this series right now.
Yeah, it's got to feel great, Lance. We were talking about it. Sure, you got the position on them there, maybe on tire or whatever, but that last run, that's mono a mono there on the same tires, had to feel pretty good to outlast him. And, he didn't really even get to your bumper, Lance. I mean, you must be very, very happy.
Yeah, I know he had to pass a couple of cars to get behind me. So, yeah, he might have used up some of his tires doing that, but I knew that he was strong on that long run, but I was able to figure some stuff out on that first run of ours, and um, was able to apply it on that last long run,
Well,
and it paid off.
tell us, Lance. I mean, bouncing around this track, basically shaking and rattling your brain the whole time. What could you figure out? What did you figure out around this tough, tough track?
Well, the biggest thing was that right foot, that gas pedal was either your best friend or your worst nightmare. Um, yeah, towards the end of those runs, I learned that if you didn't get the full throttle on the backstretch, it wasn't a big deal. You just had to not spin the tires. I noticed on that first run that when I was right behind Bryce, he started taking off. I think I was getting on the throttle too much, and I was spinning the tires, and he was just pulling me. So I was able to apply what I learned in that last run, and I was able to hold him off.
So early in the race, the start of the race, Lance, he starts second tonight. How much of a challenge is it starting in second place? I mean, you got to go and make sure you don't get freight trained, don't you?
Yeah, I guess I was kind of lucky. I was pretty good on the restart, so was able to time him out with Bryce pretty good. So I was able to get in line quicker, and beat that inside or the third place guy um, down into the corner. So yeah, on the restarts, when I started on the outside, I was just got some good restarts and was able to get in line quick.
So if I was to come over right now, Lance, is it possible I would find a dead monkey full of buckshot?
I tell you what, that monkey has been riding in this car for quite a while. I'm glad to get it out.
For sure, man. We're glad to see you back in victory lane, man. Congrats on a huge victory. Well deserved and earned. And we'll give you the mic, brother. Anybody you want to shout out?
I'm gonna shout you guys out, WTTV. Hell of a job, what you guys do. All the guys in the background, Greg, George, Todd. Can't thank them enough for what they do and what they've done with this league. Ripka Designs, East Coast Rib Printers, Live Church, all those guys that are putting money in to keep us on the air. Appreciate everything that they do. And if you haven't done so, or you'd feel so inclined, go check out Mission 22. Help that cause out. It's good and it helps out a lot of soldiers.
All right, well, we second that. Go check those out for sure. Baron, race winner, the 52, Lance Buckshot Ripka.
Congratulations, Lance, and it's good to have you in victory lane, my friend. I'm gonna go check out those new paint schemes of yours because Lord knows I could use a tune-up.
Need a fresh one? Maybe you get a Tony, Orlando, and Don paint scheme.
I need a fresh skin, Dean. So we'll see if we can get Lance on board.
Definitely need some skins. There's no doubt about it. What a race here. Lance Ripka returns to victory lane. Quite the story, quite the feat. Loved calling it. Of course, we got all the action every Thursday, 9:10 p.m. It's East Coast Web Printers Gen 6 series with RGR Racing. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Baron Labosco, that's going to wrap it up from the Nashville Fairgrounds, and we'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.